think there's any metric that you would say that Jurassic World Alive is not a success. What Ludia has done is they've been able to take an AR game built around a franchise, the Jurassic World or Jurassic Park franchise, and turn it into something different than just a reskin of Pokemon Go. And I feel like a lot of people, when this game first came out, that was the big thing, is like, oh, I bet this is just going to be a reskin of another game. Man, that leaf blower is loud over there. But I feel like they've done a great job of not just making a reskin for a game that was already out on the market. But that's not to say that there aren't some things that they could do better. So in today's video, as I'm darting just rare dinosaur after rare dinosaur, I'm going to talk about 5 things that I think they could do in order to make the game even better than it currently is, or just like 5 changes that I would like to see implemented in a 1.7 update, or as we start heading into the new year of the game, the year 2 of the game. So these are just going to be my opinions. I'm going to say what I think they could do to improve it and how I think that that would improve the game. I'm also going to get away from that loud leaf blower right there, and it looks like I've got a few things to dart in the near vicinity, so I'm going to head over to probably go after Proceratosaurus. One of the first things that I would like to see changed in Jurassic World Alive is not the arenas, because I actually like the arenas, but I would like to see different types of arenas, not levels of arenas. Yes, it's great that we have the battle arena system that we have, where you move up, and yes, it would actually be nice to have a couple more added to the list, but I'm talking about arenas where you say no uniques are allowed, or you say that there's an arena that is epic class and under only allowed. I think that would add a lot of fun elements to the game. Like Proceratosaurus, I will tell you right now, this dinosaur is actually really good. The problem is it's not really good against high-level dinosaurs. So if you have a Proceratosaurus and you're going up against an Indoraptor, it's not a good dinosaur. But when you compare it with other rare dinosaurs, it's actually a pretty good standalone figure. And the problem is nobody levels it up because now it has a hybrid, but before it had the hybrid, no one leveled it up because it was no use later on in the game. I feel like if we had a battle system or an arena system where you could do rare and common only, or epic and rares only, or epic and under type battles, I think that would go a long way to adding to the freshness of the game. So that is the first thing that I would like to see implemented in the game, is a separate arena system, not just the one that we currently have, but maybe make it so that, like, for 3 days during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday maybe, or just any 3 days where the reports show that people don't play the game as much, I'd like to see them implement an arena system where for those 3 days there was separate arenas where you could actually do battles within these different tier ranges, and then you could get some kind of awards, whether it be DNA, maybe a little bit of hard cash, maybe some coins, who knows, but for X number of battles you get X number of rewards. That's a change that I would like to see implemented into Jurassic World Alive. Another change that I would like to see implemented in the game is, and you guys probably all know what I'm talking about here, but the sensitivity of the screen. And I'm not talking about the sensitivity of the screen while you're darting the dinosaurs like I'm currently doing, but the sensitivity of the screen to reset the game or to pause the game, I guess, is, I don't know what it's for, and I really wish that it would be changed. What I'll show you here in just a second is when you're in the battle arena and you tap your screen ever so slightly and it shifts, maybe not a lot, but just a little bit, it is actually really annoying. So there should be, of course, I'm not within range of a tower, of a strike tower here. Let me walk a little bit closer towards where this strike tower is, and then you guys can get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. All I need to do is get this strike tower within range, so I'm gonna go battle. It is one of the 2 different towers that we have for today. I'm just gonna throw in 4 dinosaurs. This should be pretty easy, actually. And what I want to do is, when it loads up, and the reason why I want to do this against the AI is because I have a lot more time. So what's going to happen is, say I bump my screen and I shift it over to the left. Well, why is it not doing it? Or, well, I didn't mean to grab a dinosaur there. But if I if I drop my phone, or if my phone starts to slide and I want to catch it, and I close it, when I jump back in, it didn't really do it. So this is not a good example, but do you know what I'm talking about? For some reason, it didn't do it against the AI as much. But there are situations where if I'm in the battle arena and I only have like 9 seconds to choose, and say my phone is on my lap or it's on the arm of the sofa, and I swipe it over, and I can't recreate it. Of course I can't recreate it when I'm trying to do a video on it. But what'll happen is that purple circle, the thinking circle, will start spinning up in the middle of the screen, and that causes me to not only miss at least one turn, but it won't let me see any of my attack moves from the possible list to choose from. So in essence, I'm gonna end up missing 2 turns or having to restart my phone. I would definitely like to see that as the second thing, and these are in no particular order, but I would definitely like to see that as a second thing fixed in the game. I have a little bit of an incubator here. Let's see what we got. Hopefully something good. Probably Tanny, and then hopefully Proceratosaurus will be the 2. 1 for 1. Hey, I called it. I had a 50-50 chance on both of those. The next thing that I would like to see changed is if I scroll around, I still have it on 200 meters. And 200 meters is almost the length of a high school track. If you think of a track around a football field, it's 250 meters. So almost that length. And that's how far away I reach. And right now, on my visible screen, there is 1, 2, 3 special event supply drops. I probably have, I would say, close to half a mile radius that I can view in any one direction the way my phone is right now. And there's only 3 special event supply drops. Now on a day like today where I have 12 attempts over 2 days, it's not that big of a deal. Another change that I would like to see is on days when you have a lot of attempts, or on cumulative days where you have a lot of attempts, like yesterday where there were 24 attempts, I would actually like to see the number of special event supply drops increase to reflect that. There have been plenty of days where we have rares, and say we have 4 different rares to choose from over 2 days, and it's like 48 attempts over 2 days just isn't realistic, especially with the limited number of special event supply drops that are available. Now on days where, like Sunday, where there's only 1 attempt, you can limit it down so that, you know, there's 3 within a half a mile radius, and that's probably okay. But on other days, like a couple of weeks ago where we had 5 legendary dinosaurs to choose from, you couldn't really go after the 5 that you wanted. You kind of had to just take what you could get because there weren't enough of them to allow you, without driving many miles, to find 5 that you wanted to dart. The final 2 things that I would like to see changed in Jurassic World Alive to help improve the quality of the game is, just like I'm going to jump into battle here with a team and I'm going to select which dinosaurs, which creatures I want to use in this tower, I would love to see a friendly battle mode where I could actually choose the dinosaurs that I wanted to use in battle. Nothing is more frustrating when I unlock a new figure, like Patchy, for example, one of the new dinosaurs. And I try to go in to create content for it, and I can't draw it on my team. And there's no way for me to set it into my team unless, of course, I'm doing a strike tower like this one. And that's not just a poor Fodder, he can't get the dinosaur that he wants in order to create content, because I know that a lot of people who unlock new dinosaurs want to test out the new dinosaurs without having to put them into battle in the battle arena just to see how well they perform. And I think it would go a long way if we were able to select which dinosaurs. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the friendlies the way it is set up, because that way we can run tournaments where you get random dinosaurs and random figures, and it adds some fun to it. But at the same time, I definitely wish that we could do friendly battles where we could actually choose the creatures that we wanted to use just to test them out, to see if they're any good. And you can test out different strats that way as well. You can test out different swap-in attacks. You can test out different, can I bleed? Can I stack some bleeds? Then can I swap in a swap-in stun figure? Of course, we all know that swap-in stun doesn't really work right now. I mean, honestly, it probably does, but the way it's working doesn't work. And then finally, like, probably the most important change that I want to see in 1.7, I need multiple team selections. I cannot tell you how many times I will go do one of these strike towers, set up a different team for the strike tower so that I can create content, or just because I want to try out the new dinosaurs. And then I will go into the battle arena with just level 10 and 15 dinosaurs. And I know instantly I've already lost. And it's not fun at all. Another Carnival incubator. Actually, today's Fat Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So, to those of you who might be near New Orleans, happy Fat Tuesday. Tanyclagrius and Proceratosaurus. I'm doing really well in my incubators today. So I think that by doing that, like, please give us the option of having at least 2 different strike teams preset. I would actually prefer to have 3 different strike teams set. And another thing that I would actually like to have a bonus 6 change that I would like to see in Jurassic World Alive. I would love to see a forfeit button. You know, there are times where, like when I mentioned before, where I know I went in with the wrong dinosaurs, that I'm not going to win, and it's just a waste of my time to continue to battle out. So I would love to be able to just hit the forfeit button and call it a day, move on, change my team. Hopefully they implement new multiple teams into it so I could choose the right team to play with. But also, even on, like, there are times where I know I have 2 dinosaurs that are weak. Neither one of them can beat the dinosaur in front of me. I'd rather just forfeit and move on with it. One other, like, just kind of a quality of life thing, and it's not even a change. I guess it's a change. A second bonus is if your opponent disconnects for X amount of time, and it doesn't matter like how long X amount of time is, obviously you want to give them an opportunity to disconnect and then come back into the game. But if they've gone an entire dinosaur getting knocked out, so maybe like 3 rotations, maybe 4 rotations, just make it an auto forfeit. Just auto forfeit, like, or have a bot take over, have the AI take over for the opponent and finish out the match. I would rather just see a forfeit, because I'd hate to lose to the AI just because my opponent had better figures. But at the same time, I don't, like, games aren't meant to last that long. And when you have a battle where your opponent has disconnected and the clock winds down to 0 every time, a battle can take more than 5 minutes. And, you know, sometimes, I know this is like a first world problem thing, but there's no enjoyment out of waiting 5 minutes for your opponent just to keep doing the very basic attack over and over and over. I would like to see it auto forfeit. So there you go. My 5 changes that I would love to see in Jurassic World Live 1.7, plus 2 bonuses that are changes, I guess, technically, but to kind of go hand in hand with some of the other things. Here I go. I love this. I love the incubators. I like the themed ones. I really do. I think that's a great thing that they've done. And if you look at this game from where it started to where it is today, it is leaps and bounds better. They're going in a great direction. It is a really good game. When I mention these changes, these are just like quality of life things to make it even better. All right, we get some coins. I'm really hoping for Darwin out of my epic DNA here. I've been really fortunate so far today on my incubator, which just changed over by getting Lythornix. Utah Raptor's fine. And Pyroraptor. That was a bad one to have my luck change over. Anyway, these are just my changes that I would like to see added to the game. In the comments below, what changes did I not hit that you guys would like to see made to the game? Is there something I've just completely overlooked? Are you happy with the way things are now? Let's have a conversation about it. That's all I've got for this one. So until next time.